So, I was taking a break from video editing and recording to check out an ounce of YouTube when I saw MatPat from Game Theory did another video. A video on W.D. Gaster, the mysterious character from Undertale that, for so long, had people perplexed and confused, a character so shrouded in mystery that it's almost impossible to find any concrete details about Gaster. This video is both my attempt to reach out to MatPat and try to give some input for the theory he's developing, to predict some of the things he's about to say.
I know what you'll say next. Next thing you'll say is...
and also to express something that I've been concerned about for quite some time. A theory that I have that would be groundbreaking to the Undertale meta lore. Maybe. We're gonna start with Sans. At the ending of the Genocide run, you fight Sans. After a rough, long battle with Sans, he falls asleep. Now, if you're an Undertale veteran, you understand that Papyrus and Sans both speak in fonts. This is unique to their character, and the fandom has taken to calling them Skelefonts as a reference to the fact that they are both skeletons, and they speak in and are named after text fonts. So, about Sans. Sans speaks in Comic Sans, does he not? So why is it when he falls asleep, Comic Sans turns into this serif font? Well, that's a good question, isn't it? Could it be perhaps that there's something lying underneath Sans' comic jovial behavior? I mean, we can theory about him being depressed all we like, but there's something else there. MatPat throws up a good point when he references the Gaster blaster Sans uses, how it might be tangentially important to Sans' character and his connection to W.D. Gaster, and I agree. In fact, I, like many Undertale fans, think that Sans and Papyrus are both related to W.D. Gaster. Both of them, yes. In fact, the evidence lies in Papyrus' similarities to Sans. We're going to skip the fact that Papyrus mimics his brother's fight moveset move for move, and instead focus on one thing: the attack Papyrus never uses. When fighting Papyrus, it's possible to come upon a particular flavor text seen here. Papyrus prepares a non-bone attack, then spends a minute fixing his mistake. A non-bone attack. A Gaster blaster. The very same weapon his brother predominantly uses in his fight with the human. How curious, and more substantiated in Papyrus' dialogue later, pardon my bad impression.
How lucky of you! Had I only used my special attack, you surely would have been blasted too.
He stops. He doesn't want to think about it, because unlike Sans, Papyrus can't bring himself to ever want to hurt someone. He's too kind. He doesn't wish to hurt the human, he wants a friend. What's more, both Papyrus and Sans are visually similar to W.D. Gaster. They're skeletons, and you can't tell me he doesn't even look slightly skeletal. Indeed, I think W.D. Gaster is a Skelefont just the same. His name abbreviates to W.D.G, Wing Ding. Why does the G on Ding get its own word? To hide another detail. Back to Sans. This Times Roman-looking font, this serif, not Sans, has one font look-alike. Only one font that I could find looks like this font here. Aster. When Comic Sans Serif falls asleep, Aster, a serif font, is free to speak. Do you know what an aster is? An aster is a genus of flower. Commonly, asters are purple. Asters, also known by their genus Asteraceae, are used for a wide variety of things. Notably, they make cooking oils and sweetening agents. Artichokes and sunflowers are also part of the aster family, but most notably, tea, herbal tea, can be made of asters. And what's more important is there are yellow asters as well. Golden asters. Golden flowers. Now that's something we've seen before. But you know what asters really look like to me? Let's take a step back a second and go back to Wing Ding. When you talk to the Goner Kid and Gaster's followers, you get a variety of dialogue that inevitably tells you the tale of W.D. Gaster, the royal scientist whose very essence was shattered and spread across space and time. My interpretation, banished into the very code itself. You've probably realized by now what I'm about to say. WD Gaster stands for Wing, Ding, Aster. 2 fonts. If you thought I was going to say Sans as Gaster because Sans sleeps in Aster, you're deeply mistaken, but nonetheless, there is something here. There's something in the dialogue of every character in the entire game. The asterisk. Aster-isk. Do you follow? W.D. Gaster was split into millions, even billions of pieces, forced into the code between the timelines, and forced to watch as the very universe he existed in moved on as though he never existed. Gaster is an eternal watcher, every moment of time to pass, every line of dialogue a stab at his very soul, because he can never be a part of that world again, except as a mere observer. And the asterisk is all that remains of what was once the royal scientist. That and the Skelephants, Papyrus and Sans appeared out of nowhere one day, likely the day of Gaster's disappearance. They are all that is left of Gaster, as Gaster is forced to watch reality move on without him. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Am I cool yet? Have a fantastic day.